Speak curious, is everything okay with you? Here who speaks is Leo, and today you will know 15 characteristics about our beloved bee. Guys, before you subscribe to the channel, and if you like, leave your like and let's go for more. Number 1, a dinner for queens. If the queen bee dies in a beehive, the workers can create a new queen bee. They do this by selecting a young larva and feeding it special food called royal jelly. The larva will develop into a fertile queen. Number 2, they have surprisingly smelly feet. Scientists at the University of Bristol have discovered that drones have the ability to use their stinky footprints to distinguish between their own smell, the smell of a relative, and the smell of a stranger. This means that they can improve their success in finding food and avoiding flowers that have already been visited. Number 3, 8. The intelligent flock. The yellow-tailed drone has a brain the size of a poppy seed. Which is amazing, given that scientists have managed to train them to score a goal in bee soccer in exchange for a sugary treat. Pretty unbelievable. Number 4, bees. Bees have a dance move called the swing dance. Actually, it's not a dance move, but a clever way of communicating with each other to tell their nest mates where to find the best source of food. It took researchers at the University of Sussex 2 years to decode the swing dance. Number 5, bees actually have 4 wings. The 2 wings on each side join together to form a larger pair when flying, and then unfold when they are not flying. Number 6, anyone, including you, can help a bee. We can all do our part to help bees, whether it's in our gardens, on our balconies, or window sills. You can also talk to friends and family about how cool bees are and help them make their wild spaces bee-friendly. Plant a variety of flowers in your garden so that bees have access to nectar from March to October. Bees love traditional cottage garden flowers and native wildflowers such as primrose, buddleia, and marigolds. Number 7, bringing a bee back to life. If you find a bee that seems to be struggling, it may be that the bee is just resting, especially if the bee is a queen in early spring. If you think the bee is struggling, the best thing to do is to place it gently on a bee-friendly flower. If there are no bee-friendly flowers, mix 50-50 white sugar and water to give the drone a one-time energy boost, providing the carbohydrates needed to fly. Simply offer a drop or 2 of sugar water to the front end of the bee on a teaspoon or an upturned drinking cap in a protected location and allow the bee to recover. It is not advisable to use brown sugar, as it is more difficult for the bees to digest, and do not give honey to the bees, as this may contain pathogens. Number 8, bees also have a transport system to get around. Imagine trying to travel around Britain without our road and rail network. Or imagine if 9 out of 10 miles of road simply did not exist, life would be impossible. Beelines are an imaginative and beautiful solution to the problem of the loss of flowers and pollinators. Beelines are a series of insect paths that run through our countryside and cities. They connect existing wildlife areas, creating a network, like a railroad, that will weave through the British landscape. Number 9, honey, I'm home. Social bees, such as bumblebees and drones, usually live in hives, above or below ground, while most solitary bees nest on the ground. Bees can be found in so many places, some surprising. These include bogs, pebbles, sand dunes, soft cliffs, heaths, wetlands, chalk prairies, quarries, gravel pits, walls, and even post-industrial land. Number 10, busy pollinating bees. Nearly 90% of wild plants and 75% of major global crops depend on animal pollination. 1 in 3 mouthfuls of our food depends on pollinators like bees. Crops that depend on pollination are 5 times more valuable than those that do not. Number 11, bee stings have some health benefits. A toxin in bee venom called melittin can prevent HIV. Melittin can kill HIV by opening holes in the virus protective envelope. Meanwhile, when melittin hitches a ride on certain nanoparticles, it simply bounces off normal cells and leaves them unharmed. Scientists at Washington University in St. Louis hope the toxin can be used in preventive gels. Bee stings may also relieve the pain caused by rheumatoid arthritis. Researchers at the University of St. Paul found that molecules in bee venom increase your body's level of glucocorticoid, an anti-inflammatory hormone. Number 12. Bees have navigation techniques similar to those of the Vikings. Bees use the sun as a compass. But when it is cloudy, there is a backup. They navigate by polarized light, using special photoreceptors to find the sun's place in the sky. The Vikings may have used a similar system. On sunny days they navigated with sundials, but on cloudy days, sunstones, pieces of calcite that act like a Polaroid filter, help them stay on course. Number 13. Bees can help us catch serial killers. Serial killers behave like bees. They commit their crimes close to home, but far enough away that the neighbors are not suspicious. Similarly, bees collect pollen near their hive, but far enough away that predators cannot find it. To understand how this buffer zone works, scientists studied the bees' behavior and wrote some algorithms. Their findings have improved the computer models that police use to find criminals. Number 14. Bees have personality. Even in hives, there are workers and runaways. Researchers at the University of Illinois discovered that not all bees are interchangeable drones. Some bees are thrill seekers, while others are a bit more timid. A 2011 study even found that agitated bees can be pessimistic, showing that, to some extent, bees can have feelings. Bees, they are just like us. Number 15. Bee brains defy time. When elderly bees do jobs usually reserved for younger members, their brains stop aging. In fact, their brains age in reverse. Imagine if riding a tricycle not only makes you feel young, it actually makes your brain function like that of a younger person. Scientists at Arizona State University believe that the discovery may help us delay the onset of dementia. I confess that I laughed about the bees have personality. More is that curious, remembering already subscribe to the channel and leave a curiosity in the comments. Until the next video, bye.